So this video is going to be a little bit about the differences between an internship, a job, graduate job, and a graduate scheme. Um, I think at the end of it, it's just kind of the wordings that are used in the market. It can be a little bit confusing. So this is just for complete newbies, kind of explaining what each one is. So an internship is basically like work experience that you do before you actually qualified. So this is really important if you're trying to get some experience under your belt, you're trying to learn more about that industry or that job role. An internship is basically what you do in like your second year or something like that of university in the UK. Now, internship is also kind of called a placement year. Placement year is very similar. Internship is kind of like, it can be like 1 month long, 2 weeks long, or it could be like 3 months long, or it can be a year. A placement year is usually referred to as a placement year because it is for 12 months. So you'll go into a company and you'll work there for one whole year, and that is called like your placement year as part of your sandwich degree. So you'll do first year, second year in uni, third year will be your placement year. So you'll do that in a certain company, one whole year, and then you'll come back and you'll do your third year, which is now actually your fourth, but that's your third academic year at university. And that's basically what I did. So I did a placement year at Network Rail. That was the third year of my uni. I came back and I did my last year at uni, and then that was that. So that is what an internship is. And you can find internships outside the country as well. So if you're from the UK, you can go into USA, you can go into Australia, other countries as well. You can go into Europe. But yeah, that's basically what an internship is. Now, moving on to the next thing, which is just a job. I kind of don't need to explain this too much, but it's just a regular job that doesn't require your university degree. So this can be like things like retail, call center, whatever kind of job it is, it doesn't actually require a degree. So that's a lot of people that don't have degrees are just doing jobs, right? So that's basically what you'll see is a job is just, that's what it is. So don't have to explain that too much, kind of self-explanatory. Then we have a graduate job. So a graduate job is basically you need a degree for it, so you need that degree to actually get into the job, but it's not like a formal training scheme, right? So it's not going to have like certain days off to go and get your certification. They won't be sat with you actually taking you through a step-by-step training modules or anything like that. And it's going to be lower paid as well compared to a graduate scheme. So a graduate job is kind of, you're just learning on the job. You're probably working under somebody who is senior than you, and you're kind of picking it up as you go. The onus is really on you to kind of pick those skills up, really learn the skill and hone the skill. And yeah, it's usually, graduate jobs are usually with like smaller companies. So smaller local type companies that don't have a lot of budget for graduates. So they're willing to pay a little bit, but they want someone who has a degree, and they're willing to kind of give you that mentorship and on the desk training. It's not like a formal training agreement or anything like that. So that's what a graduate job is, and a graduate scheme is basically like a full training package where they give you training. It's usually like 2 to 3 years long. It's offered by big, massive corporations and companies and organizations. They pay you a lot of money, a lot higher than a graduate job, and obviously you need a degree to get into there. And you can actually get into a graduate scheme which is not directly in your degree, right? So if you want to get, for example, I was a civil engineer, I did a civil engineering degree. For me to get a graduate job, I have to go into a civil engineering graduate job. I can't just go into like a, I don't know, an assistant accountant. I can't become an accountant because I don't have a degree in that. But a graduate scheme is actually open to you in any industry. A lot of them are actually accept they accept degrees from any field, right? So you could technically become an accountant even with a different degree. So if you did a psychology degree, you said all of a sudden I want to become an accountant, you could ace all the recruitment process in that accounting graduate scheme process, and then actually go and become an accountant. Now, as part of the graduate schemes, that do give you formal training as well. So a lot of them get you certified. They give you the time off to go to your courses and what have you, and it's a very well structured program. And I like to compare it to an apprenticeship, but for degree holders. That's basically what it is, and it's higher paid and it's for degree holders. Whereas an apprenticeship is obviously for those who don't have a degree. It's lower paid, but you're also working and earning. Where earning and learning, graduate scheme is very, very similar. So that's basically kind of like the differences between them. If you need any help on getting onto a graduate scheme, that's basically what I help everybody with on my channel. You can check out my graduate success pack in the description below. Basically, it includes my graduate CV and cover letter templates, my graduate job application tracker, and also you get my graduate Q&A document, which is all the questions and answers that I faced and all the answers that I used to get onto my graduate schemes. And you can see you can learn a bit more about my story as well on that link, as well as to how I struggled to get onto graduate schemes. It took me 4 years of trial and error, and basically just to speed things up for you, I've created that graduate pack. Lots of people have used it, really got a lot of help from it, sped up their applications, and you can do that as well. So that will be linked in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.